Hey, Meghann, Scully, and this is the Limerick Post Show. We're here, of course, in Dolans, and I'm joined by Morgan and Shane of Foxjaw. Lads, how are you getting on?
Good, yeah, all good. Yourself?
Sure, I'm not too bad. It's Friday.
True, yeah, actually, yeah. Friday the 13th.
Sun shining.
Yeah,
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to say anything now. You don't look tired, but you did have a late one last night. Tell me what was going on.
It was all right. Yeah, it wasn't too late, but yeah, no, we were playing in Dublin last night. We were in the Workman's Club in Dublin, and it went well. Yeah, you happy with it?
Yeah, pretty good turnout. Yeah, for a Thursday night in Dublin, it's always nice to get up and play in front of a nice crowd. So yeah.
And with that venue, that was actually, we hadn't played there in 10 years in that venue.
Wow.
Yeah, 2009 or 2010, I think, was the last time we played in the Workman's.
Showing your age there now, lads. So go on, tell me, what's been going on for the summer? I know there's a new track out.
There is, yeah. Well, yeah, we've put out a couple of songs this year. We've a new single at the moment called Let It Run. We'll put out the video for that in the next couple of weeks, and then we've shows then for the rest of the autumn. September, October, November, yeah.
Yeah, so the plan is we got a new album coming out next year. So we're just building up to that at the moment. I think we got our little kind of roadmap, I guess, in place of single, album and all the little bits in between. So it's going to be busy few months, but yeah, looking forward to it.
Now, you actually have more jobs outside of being in the band. So tell me, how do you juggle that? Is there times that Foxjaw gets really busy and you have to kind of step back? Now, I know obviously you make loads of videos. We first met on the set of the Two Johnnies. So how do you juggle it all?
You just have to. It's kind of, being musicians, there's very, very few musicians that can even be full-time musicians, really, these days. Everybody does have extra jobs. I guess one thing that we've managed is we actually have a shared calendar. So everybody immediately, as soon as they know if they're unavailable for certain dates, they start putting that into the calendar and we start populating that so we can see when people are free, when people are not. And that has been one of the biggest advantages in the last couple of years. I don't know, because we've been in a band for quite a long time, so we've gone through different formats of what way we communicate with one another and what way we do things and operate things, and things like shared calendars, Google Drives, and WhatsApps are actually just all the recent apps that we take a lot of advantage of and keep in constant communication and sorting things out.
Yeah, but it's so common. I mean, we were talking about this there yesterday about Mango, Mango Mathman, and he's doing an interview there recently, and he talked about he works, as well. So it is so common. Everyone works, and it's like that illusion around the side of, you're full-time in a band, and you are full-time in a band, but it's like you just manage that roadmap around your schedule. So, we make it work. Plus, working from home helps as well. So,
Yeah, exactly, yeah. We're all fairly lucky that we either are self-employed or work from home or have jobs and bosses and careers and that are flexible, that understand we're in bands and that kind of give, they can give us leeway and things like that. With current employers or past employers, everybody's been pretty good to us, so yeah.
And as well, of course, playing in Dolans, that gig is coming up. Dolans, a lot of musicians I meet playing here, this is one of an iconic venue. It's award winning. It's kind of every musician's dream to play here. So what is it like getting on stage in Dolans?
It's just a second home, really, yeah, because we've been playing here for so long, for so many years. It was always, I remember even being in school, probably in 5th or 6th year, and when you started telling people that you're I don't know, it's oh yeah, no, we've a gig in Dolans, and they're like, Jesus, you're moving up, lads, moving up in the world. That's what I was in Newport. They thought Dolans was moving up in the world, but it is. No, it's just and it was for us at the time, and now it's obviously there are a few places to play in Limerick, and the Dolans has always been a constant there, coming up now to its 25th anniversary next year as well. But it's also there's in Ireland. You can go and play loads of small places and things like that, but if you are only going to play 4 or 5 places, Dolans is always on the list. It's always Cork, Limerick, Galway, Dublin, Belfast, and Limerick. It's always going to be Dolans, and that's just the way it's been. Yeah.
And I think it's a family thing as well. Mick and Val have always sort of looked after local bands, given them a chance. There was no you could have, I don't know, some big bands from globally playing here on a Saturday night, and then there's a Limerick band playing the next night. So there was never any sort of well, you're too small to play here. So that's always been really
that, and also just a non-discrimination in terms of genre, because you do get that maybe with other venues where they may be oh no, geez, no, that's not that kind of, this isn't that kind of place. But here, not even that it's from night to night, but all within the same night. You'll have people walk through that front bar, through the trad session, come upstairs, go into a club night, with DJs. Then there's metal bands in the next venue. Then there's country music in the next venue, and it's just. It's crazy and it's amazing and it's really, really good. Yeah.
I have to say that with Dolans, it is great. Every time I love looking at the listings just to see, and as you said, there is so much going on, so much variety, and they support everyone, which is wonderful. Now, as I said, we are in Limerick, and aside from Dolans, got to do some Limerick questions with you guys.
Okay.
So, favourite place to go for a pint?
Can't say Dolans now, can we? That's too much Dolans.
Yeah. We're gonna go outside Joel's. We're gonna, because you're playing here, so we're gonna move around town.
I don't get to go for a pint too much, but Charlie Malone's is a good spot. Yeah. Yourself?
I'd say the Curraghour if the weather's nice.
Yes. And if you can get a seat.
If you can get a seat, yeah, true.
Favorite chipper?
Depends on state of mind and time of night, I suppose.
Yeah. It gets nicer as
the quality control kind of gets a
true.
little. I don't know. Yeah, I suppose Donkey Fords or Enzo's or
Yeah, we'll say Enzo's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call. There's so many good chippers. And finally, favourite thing about Limerick? It could be people, places, or just some random Limerick thing.
You go first, Morgan.
I'm going to say I'm from the country, so it's like I'm like 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes out the road, and it's it's so nice to be able to kind of travel out. You're in the country and then come back into the city. All my friends are here, and I live, I suppose, in Raheen, which is like considered the suburbs, but like it's not really So I guess that's the nice vibe. It's a city, but it's like a big town, and I like that kind of vibe about it. So.
Yeah, I'd say I agree as well. It's just like it's like what everybody calls it's kind of in between. It's not a town. It's a bit bigger than that, but it's not a city. It's a bit smaller than that. As someone described to me before, it's like you could be in the main street, but you could still see a tractor drive up the main street. Like,
Really?
Yeah, you'd see that. And then same is like, I also kind of live around the Dúradóil Raheen area, and within 5 minutes I'm on a country road with cattle around me, like that people don't even know. So it's kind of it's that nice thing about it. And I guess I don't know. Everybody always says the people about Limerick, but it's kind of true. It's I don't know. The people who are here are people who want to be here.
I have to say, I think Limerick is one of the most friendliest places around. You can just go out on your own and be well looked after. So, Foxtrot, do remind you playing Casbah October 5th.
That's it, yeah.
And I want to say thanks so much for chatting to the Limerick Post Show, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Deadly. Cheers. Thanks very much. Thanks for having us.